Alright everyone, welcome. Today I would like to show you how to change a tire. Before we begin, I would like to note that this video is for educational purposes only. As always, be safe. First thing you're going to want to do is find a good point to jack it up from. Next thing you want to do is, while it's still on the ground, you're going to want to remove all these lug nuts, or at least loosen them. The lug nuts on my truck are 22 millimeters. Now, for safety reasons, I have extended it quite a bit, as you can see. And we will be using this as a breaker bar if necessary. Now you're going to go around loosening the lug nuts as you go. Now that these are all loosened, you're going to want to jack up the tire. I'd say this much should do nicely. Now, since these are loosened and we no longer need the ratchet, you can just go ahead and turn this by hand. It's important to note when putting your lug nuts back on that the side that looks like a cone is the side that goes facing the vehicle. Now that we've got those lug nuts off of there, all you should need to do is pull off the tire. Now to put on the new tire. I just thought that this would be a good time to acknowledge that not all lug bolts are exactly the same distance apart. For a different vehicle, you might need to use a different size of rim. Now we can put the lug nuts back on. Remember, cone side facing towards the vehicle. To ensure that the wheel is properly torqued and will not go flying off while going down the road, it's important to use the star pattern. Since I put this lug nut here, I also put this lug nut exactly opposite of it. Another thing to note that is important is to make sure that the lug nuts are only finger tight before using any tools to tighten the lug nuts further. This could ruin the lug nut if not properly exercised. Now, since there's 4 stable lug nuts on the rim, as you can see, I'm going to go ahead and let the tire down on the ground enough to tighten them. It's important to note when tightening your lug nuts not to over-tighten, or else you could ruin the rim. Now that the lug nuts are properly placed and tightened, you can go ahead and let your vehicle down on the ground. Now that your vehicle is safely secure on the ground, as all non-flying vehicles should be, you're going to want to pick up and put away every tool you used. See you in the next one.